Hi, good morning. My name is Akash Singh. I belong to Blencher and I've completed my time to from UP board and I did graduation as BCA from Subhas University in 2024. And as for my experience concerned, I have 2 years of experience, but in not in ABAP, in SAP ABAP. I was in software testing, so I want to change my domain now. I want to move into SAP ABAP developer. I'm fresher in SAP ABAP developer, but I have basic good knowledge in SAP ABAP. So let's move to the questions which are given by the squirrel side. So I'm reading the first question. Here's something every a web developer eventually faces. You are given a requirement and you have four tools in front of you: body, BAPI, enhancement, and user exit. How do you know which one pick? Walk through us how your mind works when you are standard at the decision point. So if you need to call standard business logic, in standard requirements, BAPI is useful uh, because it's a type of function module. So it's a ready-made module we can use. But when we come to standard SAP functionality, then body is useful. We can modify it as per our requirement. And enhancement is like something which we are adding from our side to the code without facing affecting the exist functionalities of a web. So after that we can use enhancement, and at the last stage we can use user exit, because user exit is an older technology, so rarely developers are using it. So let's move to the second question. What does modularization eventually mean in a web? Walk us through the functional and subroutine techniques in a web. Modularization means dividing the large program into a smaller reusable code. So there are two types of modularization. One is subroutine, and in subroutine there are two things. One is perform and second is form. So it is it's execute first. The perform is execute, after that form and form is executed. And the second is the function module. Function module is a ready-made. It's a like um, inside a function module. From AC37 we are creating the function module. For example, this is a function module which I know, which is reusable ALV grid display. So it is we are calling it to execute the program in ABAP list here, which is ALV. Okay. So let's move to the third question. How to add custom field in standard table? We can add custom field in standard table through SE11. So we'll first go to SE11. After that, we'll write the append structure. So through append structure, we can add the custom field in standard table. Let's move to the fourth question. A new project has only one spot and you are completing against 5 consultants. So in this case, what I'll do, in this case simply first I'll be stood first. I have believe on my skills. So from my skills, I stood first. So from that, I'll try to do something extra from my competitors, because I've done ABAP course, and I'm very confident on my studies, what I have done, on my programs, on my theoretical knowledge, everything. So because of that, I can stood first in all of the programmers. So let's move the fifth question. You are handed a task you have never learned before. So what else in the case? If I realize the task is more difficult than expected, I will not panic or hide the problem. First, I will understand the requirement carefully. Understanding the requirement is a very important in ABAP. When I was in software testing, So there also requirement was very very important to read, to understand, to implement. So here also the same thing is understanding a requirement can solve the 50% of a problem. Like if you are like understanding a requirement thoroughly, you can perform much better as per expectation. So understanding a requirement will be very very helpful for me. Then after, if I stuck anywhere, then I can take help as a fresher. I can take help of my seniors also. So that is how I can solve the problems. Let's move to the next question. Picture the last night you have merged a code. So my answer for the question 6 is that last night I have merged a code, and today when I came to office, I saw that my code is not working well, and it's a matter of for, um, upper management which is due to me. So in that case, I'll first understand the problem thoroughly. I'll see what code is not working well. So according to that only, I'll try, I'll try to solve that code. If I see any assistance from anyone, then I'll definitely take help of my seniors. But before that, I'll try to solve that problem from myself only. I'll try to add that code, and along with that, I'll take a feedback from myself that in future I'll not uh, repeat this kind of mistakes. So this is how can I improve myself. Thank you so much.